I'm here with Madness from FURIA. Madness, it's been quite a long time since we've seen you at an ALGS LAN event.
Yes.
How does it feel to finally be back competing on the global stage?
It honestly feels really good. I think it's been a long time coming. Had a lot of roster swaps, a lot of ups and downs, but I'm happy that I finally have a really good team, and I'm excited to finally be back competing with an amazing team and an org.
Do you feel like you have a bit of a point to prove to the sort of wider ALGS community?
Yes, I definitely do. Going from being a strong contender when COVID happened and we had all the online ALGSs, and that was back when CLG and we were just dominating everything. I definitely feel like I owe it to myself to kind of prove that I still belong and I still have that, monster mentality to be here and win. So I'm really excited to be back, and I am here to prove something.
And I think it's fair to say that, with all due respect, you exceeded people's expectations by qualifying here. Obviously, we know North America's, super competitive region.
Yes.
There's some big teams that aren't here.
Yes.
What are your expectations for this event? What is a decent result for you guys?
I think, considering I haven't been here in a while, the team and I are really looking for a solid top 5. I think we're very capable of that. If you look at the last few months of scrim results and practice and how we've been averaging top 5, top 3 as a team. We have a very, very strong and powerful dynamic, I think, with this roster. It's just about building that chemistry, which we've been doing over the last few months with bringing on Vaxion now. I think we're definitely capable of being a top 5 team this LAN.
And then if people maybe haven't watched, too much of you guys, especially maybe since Vax came back, what should they expect? If they tune into you on the new multi-view system, what are they going to see? What are the core aspects of your gameplay?
So the dynamic with Vaxion is very good. It still remains core to the FURIA that we had before with Wattson. Vaxion really just rounds out this roster really, really well. He brings that aggressiveness and that help and decisiveness that helps me as an IGL make really good decisions for our team consistently. And obviously he's just mechanically very talented, so he's just an amazing, well-rounded player.
And I remember watching you guys at the start of ALGS Year 4 when you were originally playing with Vax before the FURIA offer came along. You guys were in amazing form. You guys were obviously playing, so well in those scrims. Do you feel like you've kind of picked up where you left off, and was that easy to do?
Yes. So it was a little bit rocky at first because when we stopped playing with Vaxion, he started IGLing a little bit in Challenger Circuit. So when we picked him back up, there was a little bit of trying to find that communication balance that we didn't have before. But yeah, it felt like riding a bike with him. We played one scrim block with him and we dropped 100 points immediately in one scrim block. And me and Keon were making jokes. It's like a bike. You never forget how to ride it. So it's very, very easy to get Vax back into the team. And find our form again. So yeah, it actually was very easy.
And obviously you've played with Vax, so many times, obviously all the way back on the CLG days, which you were referring to when you were, at the top of North America. What is it about you and him that just works so well? How have you always managed to almost instantly click whenever you've competed together?
I actually think to a certain extent, we really think alike. The way we view and play the game isn't like this pure, just aggressive, just push everything. It's very methodical and very well thought out on how we like to go from point A to B. And we like to think multiple steps ahead. And I think because me and him share that same mentality, it just kind of clicks really well. And we're always just kind of on that same natural wavelength.
And then I wanted to ask a little bit about Wattson. I know obviously it's very well documented. Mm-hmm. I think I've seen some fans saying that, will your preparation have been impacted because obviously he only announced the decision, very recently. When did you know that he was retiring? What was the timeline like for that? And when did you accept that Vax was going to be the player playing here and not just standing in? How long ago did you guys know as a team? Yeah,
so we knew the plan that Wattson had is we were going to play regional finals together, and then he was going to tell us after. But unfortunately, we had the Destroyer thing happen, so it got canceled in the middle of that tournament. And it was kind of a few days after Wattson sat us down, and he's like, well, I was going to be quitting, and now it's postponed again, so I don't know when it's going to happen again. But so yeah, it was right after the original regional finals date that he kind of talked to us and kind of told us what's going on. It was a rough situation for sure to lose our teammate so close to qualifying for LAN and all the preparation we had done as a team. But he is a person, and throughout the time that we played with Wattson, he became a genuine friend for me. And obviously Keon, everyone knows how close he is with Keon. We just wanted to see him happy. And as long as we knew he was chasing that goal of happiness, we were fine. We knew Vaxion, going into the team with FURIA, we knew if something would ever go wrong with Wattson, because he kind of told us from the get-go that he isn't sure how long this will last. And because of that, we always thought, well, we have Vax. We can always just get Vax back as long as he doesn't get signed, which really blew us away because he is incredibly talented.
So would you say it's not had any real impact on your preparation?
I think it had a little bit of a slight setback because we had about a month to kind of, like I said, get Vax back into that form since not playing with us and kind of switching to the IGL role. But no, I would say no, because we did boot camp in Miami. We just finished boot camping in Miami for 10 days. FURIA flew us out to boot camp at their HQ. And just having a lot of heads on time with the squad was really huge and it helped us a lot. And we ironed almost everything out. I would say like halfway through the event, we were just like, we're ready to go to LAN. Like, we got it all figured out. So no, I would say for a little bit, maybe, but after over a little bit of a month, nah, we're good.
Is it different playing with your teammates at boot camp? Like, is it very different being in the same room? Do you think that helps you sort these things out?
Yes, because I'm sure, as you can see watching players in general across all esports, that when it's online, it's very easy for players to just like shut down, kind of get mad and tilted. And you know, when I have like a huge like 6'6" guy sitting next to me, I can't just check out. You know, I can't, you know, be quiet and stuff like that. So it really did keep us aligned and keep each other accountable and stay active and disciplined. And yeah, just knowing that you're actually physically with that person helps a lot.
Apex has a lot of sort of heroes and villains. Which one do you think you are?
I feel like for a while I was definitely the villain at Apex. After like my falling out of CLG, I did a very poor job. Like, I was growing up, you know, it's been like 5 years, and I was pretty young. I was like 21, and I'm about to be 26 now. So I did a lot of growing pains. I made a lot of poor decisions. You know, being a professional player for that long and a Twitch streamer, your life is just broadcasted for everyone to see, and your growing pains. And a lot of people don't realize that. Throughout all of my downfalls, I really recognized that like I had to grow as a person if I wanted to be better, and for myself and for my teammates and stuff like that. So I think I'm definitely coming out of my villain phase, thankfully, and I'm just trying to do my best to like rewrite that whole narrative and trying to get back on a positive path.
On that topic, then, what would you say to someone who maybe only has their conception of you is, you know, the old madness before you, went on that journey and you started from, like, what would you say to them if that's the way to see you now?
My biggest thing that I would say is just maybe take the time to just watch kind of how we communicate now with my, you know, and our streams or the way we play as a team. I would just look at recent stuff like that. I think it's very easy to see that I've matured and grown as a person, and I leave that up to everybody to like decipher for their own. But yeah, I would just say the biggest thing is that if anyone's willing to give me a chance, which I don't expect from anybody, just watch how our team dynamic is now, and I think you'll get a pretty good insight of how I am as a person.
Thank you very much. And I'll ask you one final question. We obviously know that we're getting details about the next season in dribs and drabs this week. If you could change one thing in season 21, I
would love to see a new uprising of controller legends, because I feel like without like the beacon scan part, they're pretty weak within their own class. So I would love to see a breakout of better controller legends for sure.
And less caustic?
Yes, for sure. Yeah, I would love to see less caustic.
Madness, thank you very much for having me. Good luck for the event.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
Thanks for watching. For more coverage of the ALGS, follow our Twitter and visit esports.gg.